G'day, here we are southbound on the M1 heading towards the Gold Coast, trying to escape the city, but we're stuck in traffic. It's about a 2-hour run down to where we're going, which is something out of the ordinary for us, heading over the border, interstate, to Hastings Point for the weekend. A couple of nights down there in the Hastings Point Caravan Park, so a bit out of the ordinary for what we normally do with our bush camping and camping on a river and a bit of fishing and kayaking and stuff, which this trip we've got none of that. We've got no fishing rods, no kayaks, no camp ovens, none of it. So we're just going to have a nice relaxing weekend around Hastings Point, Pottsville, CABARITA, have a quick look around the place, and we'll show you around once we get down there, if we get there and get out of this traffic. Anyway, we'll keep plodding along here doing our 40 k's an hour. It might be a 3-hour drive down to the Gold Coast or Hastings Point, but we'll catch us up once we get down there. Well, good morning. The morning after a 3-hour fight with the traffic to get down here to Hastings Point. That has been a beautiful morning so far and worth the effort of driving 2.5 to 3 hours in the traffic to get down here. We set up in the dark last night once we got here. A little takeaway shop at the Hastings Point General Store. Went and got some fish and chips, and quiet night in after that for us. By the time we got here, had dinner and set up and everything. Great little park, this one. It's like stepping back in time. You don't have all the jumping pillows, the swimming pools, tennis courts, everything that the other big flashy caravan parks have got. It's like stepping back to the 80s and 90s for traditional caravan parks before they had all that stuff. It was a great little spot. I'll go for a wander around the park a bit later and show you around. But this is our setup. Set up site 65. The worst part is we're right on the road, but you barely notice it. There's hardly any traffic on the road. It does get a little bit busy at times, but waking up to the water views and the sunrise over the ocean with whales jumping does not get any better. A rocky headland up there through the trees. We'll go for a drive up there later or tomorrow and have a look around. That's the road back up towards CABARITA and TWEED Holiday, and looking south you're down to Pottsville and whatever's beyond down that way. But I'll leave it at that for now. We'll go for a wander around, get organised this morning, have a bit of brekkie, and we'll take you for a walk around the park. we'll show you around this place. Take you for a walk around the park a bit later. But we're going to go across the road and just show you the creek quickly. Not a lot of sun this morning, there's a few clouds around, but it still looks nice here. Nice sleepy little Hastings Point. And the views around the place when you wake up and you're looking straight out at the water there is just magic. And this is the main coastal road. Look left, look right, nothing coming. And the creek is just straight across the other side here. If we can find somewhere we can get down onto the beach, which is a little fenced area here. Must be some sensitive vegetation or something they've got fenced off. There's the creek over there. The creek runs all the way around, under the road, under the bridge, and around the back of the caravan park over there. And then this is the creek here. You want to go down on the beach? Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Must be low tide. Thongs off for the beach. Good little area for the kids. Bit of a parkland. Barbecues, picnic tables. And here we are, down onto the creek on the beach. I forgot to drop a bit of pressure out of my thongs. I hope we don't get bogged. What was that look?
Nothing.
Was that a half a dad joke? No?
I laughed to
Nothing.
be polite.
Look at that. There's the creek at low tide. Yes. It's not much of a headland. You can see the cars through the trees up there. There's enough elevation to have a bit of a look out and hopefully see a few whales later on or tomorrow. Oh yes, here comes the sun. Gotta love a bit of sunshine. And the caravan park straight across the road. And it's not like those other little coastal towns. Well, we used to be little coastal towns from what I can remember 10, 20, 30 years ago. Hastings Point hasn't really taken off with the development and everything like your CABARITA and stuff back up towards Tweed Heads. It's still just a sleepy little coastal town. Magic little spot for a couple of days to unwind. Don't you think so?
Definitely.
Been a while since we've just gone for a walk on the beach. Yeah. Just you forget about the rest of the world. It is the true escape from the city. You just forget about everything for a couple of days. Gives your brain and your body a chance to unwind and regroup a bit before you get back to reality, but we're not even going to talk about that or think about it at the moment. Hastings Point General Store across the road there, which is only about a 150-200 metre walk from our caravan where we went to get fish and chips last night. Well, we didn't get fish and chips, we had steak burger and it was pretty good actually.
Yeah, mine is the alfalfa and the carrot, but...
Alfalfa?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Makes my tongue itchy.
What did you find? Oh, lots of shells and rocks.
We need to swap sides so we don't look so short.
Alright, I've got to walk on the low side and Mandy's going to walk on the high side. We need a longer selfie stick, not just the GoPro mount. But it's doing the job. Look at that. I think this is CUDGERA Creek, I think it's called. CUDGERA Creek. And out into the ocean there. Bit of a headland back up there, which is CABARITA, just the other side of it. Water's crystal clear.
It's not like freezing cold.
Do you want to go for a swim?
No, I don't
No? How clear is that water? Water's, yeah. A couple of surfers out there this morning. There was a few whales jumping around earlier. Supposed to be pretty good fishing off the rocks there at certain times, I believe. I've never fished out there myself. Clear. Got a fair run, the tide must be still going out. If you can see, looking into the sun. And we get up into all this rocky stuff. We might leave it here for the time being and we'll get back to the park later on and give us a look around the park. Tweed Holiday Parks, Hastings Point. That's it. This is pretty much Hastings Point. Back up the road there, you've got the Big Four tourist park, whatever it is, with all the villas and water parks and jumping pillows and stuff. But that's not really our scene. For a caravan park, this one, being a little bit behind the times, is just what we like to stay at, or would stay at, being caravan parks versus bush camping. We'll head back across the road and give you a look around. What did you find over here? Curlews. We had nearly had a curlew in the caravan last night. Here we go, back across the main road to the caravan park. Look left, look right, look left again, and we're cleared across. It's us right there, just inside the entrance. As you drive into the caravan park, that's it. It opens up a little bit once you get behind the fence. And we're back at camp.
Excuse me.
This is the front half of the caravan park. Got the reception right here. Very friendly staff for the caretaker that's there. And then got all these sites in the middle. Lots of caravans. And there's enough space for everyone to fit in. You've got more sites down the front here. Not so much right on the road like we are, but tucked in this little middle section. Another amenities block, smaller one down here. The main amenities block is back up the other end near where we are. I'll show you that later on. But this is your basic sites. There's a few concrete slabs, a few with fake grass, a few that are just dirt or gravel. But it's got a nice relaxed feel about it, this park. And down the back, which the creek's just behind that, is these glamping tents. There's a couple of 6-person tents and 3 of these 4-person tents. So it is nice and quiet in this park, apart from the road noise. And then looking back up the other way, you've got the camp kitchen in the middle there with barbecues and tables and everything. And we'll go for a walk up that way shortly. This is the creek on the back row of campsites, CUDGERA Creek. You pretty much are in the mangrove, so I would imagine there'd be some bites around here early morning, late afternoon. And the creek out through the trees. It's not really suitable for fishing. There might be a few spots where you can find your way down to the water, and I think up the other end of the park there is a ramp to get down. Just a quick look inside the 4-person glamping tents. It's not too bad at all, actually. TV, mini kitchen, fridge, microwave, double bunks, queen bed, lounge. You are all sleeping under canvas, so it is still a tent. And you've got an ensuite out the back, reverse cycle air condition. And you got your ensuite out here, which is pretty cool. Shower toilet, shade cloth roof. Heading down the other end of the park now, from where we've been down with the glamping cabins. Camp kitchen here, barbecues, sink. No fridge in this one, but everything's nice and tidy and well maintained. That there is one of the larger 6-person glamping tents. Not able to see inside of them. Sites down the back here, got the fake grass down, concrete driveway. Seems to be fairly popular in this corner of the park. And all these ones here back onto the creek. See the water through there. There is a walkway down to the creek. Fish cleaning table. And there's the back end of CUDGERA Creek. Like I was saying before, it's a bit dirty and tea tree stained over this side. Go for a quick walk down here. Down in the mangroves with the midgies and the mozzies. And there's the creek. So you got a couple of stairs and you're down there in the sandy mud. That's pretty much the only access into the creek if you were planning on a bit of kayaking or fishing. I'll head back around this top end of the park and back to our camp. So that's the back end of the park where we just come from. More sites in the middle of the park, just behind the reception there. And this is heading up towards the general store. Quite a few sites, a few new ones there. It's good to see caravan parks that maintain their parks and always improving the facilities that's there. New slabs, new turf, there's another one. So they've all got power and water. I don't believe there's any sullage anywhere through this caravan park for your wastewater outlets. There is a dump point down the other end of the park. I forgot to have a look at that before. We'll cut back across here. That's the general store just there at the end of the road. You got the amenities building here. Back out to the front of the park. Laundry on this end of the amenities. Men's and ladies. I had a look in there last night and they're spotless, like brand new. You would not find a better amenities block anywhere. And then this is us. We did have neighbours last night, but they've all moved out. We've got no one for the time being, but we're going to go down to Pottsville for a coffee. And by the time we get back, we might have other neighbours. Anyway, we'll go for a drive down the road to Pottsville, find a coffee and something to eat, and we'll catch us up later on. after our weekend away down to Hastings Point Caravan Park. Can't go home from New South Wales back to Brisbane without stopping in at Yatala Pies. Only another 45 minutes and we'll be home from here. Get back across this busy road. As usual, Yatala Pies is always very busy on a weekend, but today they got tourist buses and everything pulled up, all stopping in for a pie and something sweet and tasty. But anyway, we'll hit the road, get home and unhitch, unpack, which won't take much after staying in the caravan. No bush camping this weekend, so no camp ovens and fishing rods and kayaks and everything to unpack. But it's been a great weekend away down there, nice and relaxing. Mandy's in there just keeping an eye on the pies. So we'll leave it at that for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have liked this video or want to follow us on our future adventures, please subscribe, like the video, and then hit your notifications, and that'll notify you as soon as the next video comes out. Hopefully in a few weeks we'll be on the road again for another quick getaway with a bigger trip coming up later in the year, so stay tuned for that one. But thanks for watching. We'll see you somewhere on the next Brandyscape adventure.